I am going to paint a few portraits, except I'm only going to use one layer. I want to do this because I have a problem with perfectionism and I want to kick some of those perfectionism habits. I'm also someone who's prone to duplicating layers so to keep as backups, which is a good habit, I think, in some cases. But sometimes like I don't need to be doing that, and I really need to embrace the Bob Ross aspect of art and just let things go a little bit and just, you know, paint a happy little tree. So I think that this challenge will help with all of that. Let's get started. So I also want to set a timer for 15 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see where I am at 15 minutes because I'm not opposed to extending the time if I really need to. But so the portraits I want to paint today is I have a few OCs that I don't think I've given much attention here on this channel. So I think I want to paint a portrait of Blossom because I don't think I've painted her on video yet. I want to do another one of Flake because that's fun and she has been on the channel, but I've only done that one. Here's her video if you want to see it. And then one of this Halloween fairy, which I don't think I named. How could I do that? Anyway, she has a video too if you want to see that. Let's not ramble any longer and start this, and hopefully I'm gonna put my phone, which has the timer, on the desk, and hopefully it doesn't buzz and the mic pick it up because that happens a lot and I always have to edit it out because it's like really loud. I'm gonna use this and I am gonna sketch a little bit, but we are gonna try and use one layer, and it's gonna be such a habit for me to not use, what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I should actually probably also record the timer maybe. I don't know if I'll actually do it because it's on my phone and sometimes my phone doesn't have like a lot of storage. I always have too many photos. So I think the hardest part for me with this is gonna be creating a likeness as well, along with the one layer, because it's gonna be a little bit more painting and a little bit less line art. And so if the likenesses are not alike, be nice to me, please. I'm trying. Even though these are my characters, like I should be able to get their likenesses down. But anyway, let's see what I can do in 15 minutes. Starting with Blossom, by the way. And I don't have her color palette saved. Or do I have it saved? I don't think I have it saved. So I'm just gonna pray for the best and hope that it works out anyway. I really shouldn't spend a lot of time on the sketch because I'm gonna paint over it because of the one layer. It's just to kind of give me an idea. I was about to start a new layer. Okay. Yeah, because we're gonna paint right over this, so that was probably way too much time trying this. Ooh, without her colors, exact colors, I'm just kind of guessing, and I'm not always great at that. And yeah, let's do this flat brush and just pop them on there. Pop the colors on there. Oh, I'm at a lower opacity so I can keep that line art. That's one way to do it, I guess. I'm gonna not do that. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have done a timer for this first one. I should have just went for it without one and just seen how it went. So what I think I'm gonna do is I see painters do this, and I think this would actually be a really good exercise for me to just also kind of be better at seeing what colors to pick specifically, you know, because I don't do that a lot with digital. I usually just grab the color, plop it down, and change it as I go. So I didn't accidentally, okay, I was just making sure I didn't accidentally automatically grab another layer. This could be interesting. Kind of therapeutic maybe even, just being able to block out. That is something that I wanted to get better at, and I didn't even think that would be something that this could help me with until just now. But being able to have fun blocky paintings, I love those blocky, like they're just so pretty. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the thing I'm the most worried about honestly with this is likeness. If I'm going to be able to capture her likeness without my line art in 15 minutes as well. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I shouldn't be so nervous. It's fine. Okay. And a little on her nose. And I can also use the eraser to carve out. I should be doing that as well. Let's grab darker color. I'm not talking very much because I'm like focused. And her eyes. Let's put some eyeballs in here. I keep like hovering over the layers to open and make a new layer. I think I'm actually gonna switch to a round brush for her eyes and then switch back Yep. And back. Let's get some eyelashes in here. I do have about 4 minutes left. I still need to do like her ear and her hair and her eyebrows. She doesn't have any eyebrows yet. Oh, and I think it'd look really pretty with a little bit of highlight. Just like in some spots on her lip. Okay, yeah. We got 2 minutes. We need to put in her ear, at least just so that we have a little bit of a shadow in her ear. And her hair, she needs her hair and her eyebrows. And we're on 1 layer, so I can't just like go underneath. I have to like carve it out. Oops, I don't think it goes out quite that far. I'm thinking about here and increase the size of the brush so I can fill in the space a little bit better. 1 minute. And her eyebrow. Let's kind of clean up a little bit of these edges, because I think if we can clean up the edges, it'll look just a little bit neater. Oh, maybe put a highlight in her eyeball. I don't know why I said eyeball and just didn't say in her eyes. And okay, the timer went off. I'm gonna kind of finish this a little bit, just a few more minutes, just to a point where I feel a little bit more happy with it, but mostly keep it like this. Okay, so I just, did a couple little touch-ups, not anything crazy, just because I want it to basically be what I did in that 15 minutes. But I might go in with a liquify tool and just push it around just a little, just to see if I can't get the likeness to, be a little bit more alike. I don't know. Yeah, but okay, that was kind of therapeutic. That was like just worrying about the 1 layer and just going for it. I don't know how this is on likeness. Maybe like a 2 out of 5 on the likeness. Not exceptional, but fun to do. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna put Blossom over here, and I am going to do Flake next, I think. Okay, so Flake I have only drawn that 1 time, and I also don't have her colors saved in a palette that I can just pick colors from. So again, we're just gonna grab and go, and it'll be great practice. Let's start, I think, with a pink sketch. What's happened? Oh, I'm on the eraser. What a goober. Okay. I was like, why isn't it drawing? Oh boy. Fade that a little with the eraser. So, using all the tricks. Getting a pillow out for my arm. Having a weird drawing day. Do you ever have weird drawing days? Maybe if I zoom in a little. My hand is so weird today. Do you see? I can't like draw a nice arch. What the world? Okay. Ooh, maybe I need to loosen up my arm. I think this head is not really in the right spots. I'm spending too much time on this sketch. Okay. That took me 5 minutes. That shouldn't have taken. Oh, I almost opened a new layer. Okay. No new layer. Going straight in with colors that I'm hoping is close enough to what her colors are, because I'm kind of just looking at 2 different screens and hoping that it's not too far off. Okay. And back, I really like this brush, this square brush for this. I don't know, it just is nice. So what I really should do, instead of just kind of winging it, is I should watch some people who do oil paintings and study them a little bit. I think that would be very helpful for this, because I think this is really fun, and I think it's really cool to kind of go out of your comfort zone in a relaxed way, not in a way that is going to make you too scared to try new things, but in a relaxed way. Go out of your comfort zone, try different techniques and the different ways that other people do things, because I think that it just adds to your tool belt, and maybe you even find something that you really enjoy, or you learn something that you can apply to the way that you normally do things, or it just expands some of your your skills, your eye, and I don't know, it's just fun, and it's cool that we can just learn things. Being a little weird today, I guess. A little sappy, but anyway. She's got a very pink nose because she's a frost fairy, so it just makes me think like wintry when, you've got like the pink nose and the pink cheeks and the pink ears, like you've just been outside in the winter snow. That's too bright, I think. I need to go down. That's too dark now. I don't really have a very good reference of her because I just have that one flat color drawing. Let's see. Let's just go in. Let's be less careful. Just go in. I can refine as I go. It needs to be a little bit lighter. Right on her nose. Maybe it should be a little bit more pink. I need to find a better shadowy shade. Let's do this. And I'm being too careful. I need to just embrace it and let it just happen. Stop being so careful. So we can carve stuff out and change stuff as we go. Granted, I mean, I'm on a timer, but still. Let's see. This one is proving harder for me for some reason. I don't know why. I think I'm getting in my head. I just need to go for it. Let's just do it. I think I need to focus more on the light and less on her blushies to kind of better carve out the shapes that I'm seeing, if that makes sense. Also, maybe having a reference would help too. You know, sometimes we don't think that far ahead. And by we, I mean me. I don't know why I said we. Because I have much better references for Blossom because I have drawn her a few times. And also references as in I should probably get like real human people references for lighting and stuff. Need to get her eyes in here. We've got about 3.5 minutes left. And her eyes, she's got very light blue eyes. I wonder if I just used the lasso tool for her eyes. That was probably too late. Just because of the whites of her eyes aren't quite light enough, so it looks off. Let's do dark and then maybe paint lighter on top of it. I think maybe that'll be easier. Oh, my timer went off. But again, I think I'm going to brush this up, touch this up just a little bit more just because I didn't quite finish. But this one has been harder for me. This one has been more difficult. And I think it's because I don't have as many references of Flake. And I also don't have like human references for the lighting. Because I think what's happening is I'm focusing too much on the colors and not as much on the shapes and lighting, because we're kind of carving out the light, and you know what I mean, like we're carving things out, since I don't know, that's the technique that I am going for with not having use of my layers, and I think that that's my issue. But it is fascinating to kind of strip away my normal process, because then I have to try something else and it kind of reveals places like maybe I'm struggling and maybe I need to brush up on, or will want to brush up on, just to, you know, just learn. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm very incoherent today. But yeah, so I'm just gonna spend a couple more minutes just touching this up, see if I can't get it to a place where I'm somewhat happy, but obviously not trying to give in to perfectionism. I wonder if we actually go in with a light, and lightly paint on a little bit of blue in these shadowy areas. I don't know how much I like that or not, but we did it anyway. I feel like I need to carve out some of these edges a little bit better to kind of make it feel a little cleaner maybe, and maybe add a highlight. I don't know, that works for now, I guess. We're still, you know, learning, and I don't want to go too far away from that 15 minutes. So that's probably where I'm going to leave it. Maybe the issue is I used a bigger brush in this one, so I had bigger chunks, and this one I focused too much on color and I went smaller. Like I feel like I would want to, if I were to spend more time like on this one after going in with like the big chunks, I would go in with smaller chunks on top of that to refine and not to put the base down, if that makes sense. I think that's partially what was wrong with this one. Anyway, one more. So I'm just gonna move her over here. We're just gonna have them overlaid for now while I just zoom in right here. And the next one is of our Halloween fairy that we drew in October. And I don't remember giving her a name. Maybe I did in the video and I don't remember, which in case I feel terrible. But I haven't rewatched that video and I wasn't going to, because it's hard to watch your own videos. So we're just going to sketch her out, and I'm not really worried about making dynamic poses because we're just focused on our, oh, I didn't start the timer. Boop. Okay, started now. We're just focused more on practicing our chunks of color in our one layer. So let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna erase that because I don't like it very much. Start over. Made her ears a little extra long, which I mean in my case is fine, but I should probably shorten them just a little bit. And her bangs, and I think I am going to make it a little bigger. All right. And yeah, so let's go for it. And let's kind of start maybe with our mid-tone. Go in with our flat brush and just carve out some larger areas maybe. Or I'm gonna have to go back on top of that with maybe a highlight. And we're gonna have to go back in with our bangs. Oh well. Okay. Oops. Oops, dropped my iPad. I keep it keeps slipping out of my fingers. And then maybe an even darker tone for the shadow on her neck. We might have to go in with a darker one too from there. A lighter tone. Oh, that might be too saturated. Get a little highlight on her nose and on her forehead. There might be a bit of a highlight on her chin, kind of around her mouth. Sometimes I feel like there's highlights there. Maybe use this shadow under her nose and this base maybe around her upper lip kind of area. Just guessing really. And maybe on the side. I do need a darker color for this under her neck. Probably changing color a little. And then I did give her black lipstick, so that'll be interesting to try and carve out some black lipstick. And then maybe get some of that shadow in the corners of the mouth. Might have made that too light. And kind of give her a little extra shading, kind of where her nostrils would be, maybe. And the likeness is at 0, by the way. But that's okay. We're learning. Okay, and then her eyes. She's got like golden yellow eyes. Suppose I could go back in with the pencil. I don't know what that'd be like. That kind of throw it off a little bit. Let's get that flat brush back. Some gaps to fill in. I feel like maybe the dark pupils look kind of weird. I mean, the square pupils kind of look weird too. But, you know, oh well. Let's see, let's get an orange for her bow, which I honestly should actually paint probably not first. So let's not actually get the orange. And then I think I give her like a cool dark brown for her hair. Cool toned brown is what it looks like. I've thought about redesigning her actually to make her a little bit more bat-like, because she's got those bat wings, because she's like a Halloween fairy. And I thought that would be kind of cool, but I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll do that in October. We'll not completely redesign her, but, you know, revisit her design. All right, let's get that orange in here for the leaf like bow. And then she's got, her hair kind of comes in points there. I'm gonna go in, I think, with the lasso to get those points a little bit better. Though the straight edge across was cute too. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and I forgot her eyebrows. Like, it's still got that messy feel, but I feel like I'm learning things. You know what I mean? Like, I should really clean up this edge. I really want to get like a new layer. It's just itching. It's calling to me to kind of get new layer before I mess with things. Okay, my timer went off. I think I'm gonna do a few more little things, but essentially this is it. Again, I don't want to move too far from the 15 minutes because I still want the 15 minutes to be, you know, make me not worry about things too much, because it's just like practicing, you know. I don't want to go too far. Oh, I should put in her necklace though. And let's see. The carving out is really fun, actually. I really enjoy carving out the colors and the shadows. Wonder if I go in with like a dark orange for the pupil. I don't know. I think that's where I'll stop though. Again, like, it's messy. I mean, I'm using this chunky brush on one layer and I'm trying to kind of go for a little bit more of a chunky look in 15 minutes. I'm sure if I spent more time on it, I could make it look a little cleaner. I mean, I'm not a professional or anything, but I don't know. It's kind of fun to try. Honestly, okay, if I'm being real, let me move these around just so we can see them a bit better. I am going to duplicate them now because I'm going to shrink them just so I can fit them all on the screen at once. Put you right here. Move Blossom over here. But honestly, I think the Blossoms looks the best. And that was my first one, so I don't know what that says about me. But hers looks the best, in my opinion. I think that poor Flake, hers is the worst. I actually want to see if I can't fix it really fast. What would I do if I were to fix it? I'm gonna go on a layer on top, just so that I can turn it off. But I wonder if I just need like larger things of lighting to kind of just make it feel a little bit less messy. Maybe that's a little too dark, or maybe it isn't. I don't know. Okay, I think that actually did help, because this is before and this is just throwing down some like more chunkier sets of color, more focused on how it's going to affect the way that the shadows look. And I do think it helps. So this might be something that I practice a little bit more on my own. This kind of turned a little bit less from a 1 layer challenge to something else entirely, but that's fun. That's the fun part about the fact that these things can just like change and move with how you're feeling. But yeah, so cool. Little interruption, actually, really quick. While I was working on editing the video and exporting it, I just spent an extra 15 minutes just going in and like just coloring over the pictures just really fast. I only spent like 15 extra minutes total, just kind of going over and with the pencil kind of refining some of the areas. So I imagine you could like take this even farther and just like repaint over and over and over on your 1 layer and refine it until you feel really good about it, because like this is before and this is after. And I mean, like you could go, like I said, even further and just refine it until it's like gorgeous. But it was fun. I had fun today. Okay, that's all. I never know exactly what to say when I'm done. It's like, well, that's it, everybody. But I mean, yeah, that's it. That's it, everybody. Anyway, I will see you next week. Goodbye.